We've got Joe and Barbara Ackaway with the Rhode Island 1031 Exchange Company, LLC. So a 1031 exchange is something that I think is one of the best ways for Americans to leverage real estate and to have a 9-to-5 job even, right? They can have a 9-to-5 job. They could leverage real estate. They can continue buying up and up and up and deferring out the tax the tax liability is on a property and really capitalize on using and leveraging their money. Joe and Barbara, can you let us know first off, what a 1031 exchange is?
Sure. A 1031 follows a provision of the tax code that allows property investors to defer the capital gains tax they would normally owe when they're selling property, as long as they roll the proceeds into more investment property.
Okay, got it.
So that's the basics of it, but within that, there's a lot of rules and regulations to follow.
Recently in the news, and I'm not going to make this political at all, I'm just looking at facts. Joe Biden recently stated that he wants to get rid of the 1031 exchange. They're basically pushing it as a quote unquote loophole for the rich. Now, as people that are in 1031 exchanges and focus on this and do this for a living, are all of your clients the wealthiest people in the world, or do you see a huge chunk of everyday Americans leveraging this? What do you see?
The bulk of our clients actually are more of the low to middle income clients. We see, we have a lot of mom and pops who have owned multiple units in Woonsocket, say, and over the years they've acquired these assets and they're looking to divest themselves of those and maybe get into something a little bit more passive, that type of thing. We do have some higher dollar clients, of course. Sure. That's not the bulk of our clientele.
What do you think would happen if they got rid of the 1031 exchange?
Well, we're expecting that more and more people would just hold on to the property.
Yep.
And not sell, because they'd be losing such a large chunk of their investment to taxes. So it would really weigh heavily on their decision on whether or not they would sell, which would mean, the property's not being improved, if you will. Typically, when a person purchases property, they put money into it. They keep a lot of the local contractors busy and that type of thing. So that's what we're hearing, and what we believe would happen is that fewer people would want to sell.
And you had mentioned that they're referring to it as a loophole, but it's really far from that. It goes back to 1921 in the code, and there was that intent with the factors you mentioned, the benefits to the economy and keeping the housing market as liquid as it can be, and for all those reasons, and it encourages reinvesting domestically. So it's really being miscategorized to call it a loophole.
Yeah, and what's so funny about it, Joe, is that when you really look at a 1031 exchange, it's not a way of getting out of taxes. The government is going to get their taxes. They're actually increasing their opportunity. They're kicking the can down the road, and they're saying, hey, listen, they're going to take this $100,000, this $100,000 where we would get in the state of Rhode Island, between federal and Rhode Island, $21,000 in capital gains. We're going to take that. We're going to kick that down the road until it's $1 million. Right. And now they're going to get $210,000, 15% federal, 6% Rhode Island, correct?
Yeah, that's right. With the 1031, your tax obligation gets rolled into the replacement property, and you can continue to do that with successive 1031 exchanges.